These are Amish paste tomatoes. I really love using these to make sauces, specifically pizza sauce, because it makes it really thick. And these ones are gross. So this will go to the chickens. I've talked about these before. If you don't like a lot of gel or seeds, it's mostly like the meaty parts of a tomato. It became one of my favorites a couple of years ago. I just broke it open so we could see the inside of it. Weird, it looks like a pumpkin. The smoke cover at the beginning of the season and in the air. I mean, at one point we were walking outside and it literally smelled like a campfire for days. And the air outside was just not good. I don't know if that has something to do with it. Hey, what's up? My name is Crystal. We live in Connecticut and this is our garden. Today I am going to be harvesting tomatoes. I just did a quick garden tour yesterday where I talked about at the end of the video how it's been a far better pepper year than tomato year for us, which is very much true still. But this morning I woke up and I looked out our window and all I see is blushing tomatoes everywhere. It happened overnight where these tomatoes are ready to get harvested and brought inside. I try and pick them right when they start to, or around the point of when they start to change color, whatever color it is, whether it's a yellow tomato, a red tomato, a purple tomato, whatever it is. As soon as I see that it's starting to change color, I usually harvest it and bring it inside, and it not only promotes the shelf life of it inside, but it prevents bugs, birds, all kinds of pests from getting to the tomatoes before I can. I post short videos a lot on our channel where I share the harvest as well as the seed varieties and the company that we bought them from. If you're interested in that, please check out our short videos too. And if you are here because you found us on the shorts, I hope you enjoy these long videos too. I give a little bit more detail and a little bit more insight into how and why we do things. So with that, we are going to get started. These are purple rain tomatoes. They are a determinate variety of tomato plant, which means that they don't really get too much bigger than what you see right here. I also have them in, I think it's a 10-gallon fabric pot, I'm not sure. This is my second or third year growing this variety, and this is the best that it's done, is in the fabric pot. These are Amish paste tomatoes. I really love using these to make sauces, specifically pizza sauce, because it makes it really thick. Did this recently with frozen Amish paste tomatoes from last year, and I made pizza sauce. Usually they just fall right off. These ones are beefsteak tomatoes, and these ones are gross. So this will go to the chickens. This one's a Mountain Princess tomato. These are Sunrise Bumblebee cherry tomatoes. Bonny best tomatoes. Oh, these ones are gonna go to the chickens. Watermelon beefsteak. We have a couple San Marzano tomatoes left. These are Opalka. Upstate Oxheart tomatoes from Hudson Valley Seed Company. I've talked about these before. When you cut into one of the Oxheart tomatoes. I'm growing two different kinds. I'm growing Upstate Oxheart, and I'm also growing the pink Oxheart. If you don't like a lot of gel or seeds, it's mostly like the meaty parts of a tomato. They're awesome for when you want tomatoes for tacos. They're really good to can up also because of it. Really good versatile tomato. They're good on sandwiches. Just, it became one of my favorites a couple of years ago. And these are the Crimson Giant tomatoes. Dr. Wyche's. And these are the pink Oxheart tomatoes. Orange Jazz tomatoes. I think this is going to be my last year trying to grow these. It's my second year growing them, I think. It could be my third, I don't remember. Last year I couldn't really get them to produce. This year it's producing, but it's got these black spots all over them. And I remember that last year for the few I was able to get. I don't know, has anybody else grown these? You know, do you experience this problem? I harvested a huge one the other day and I ended up giving it to the chickens because the whole top part was rotted. Kind of like this one. I just broke it open so we could see the inside of it. Weird, it looks like a pumpkin. These are beefsteak tomatoes from seeds that I saved in 2021. They were growing out of our compost, so these came from tomatoes that grew in 2020 from very old tomato seeds that I had in my basement. I don't know why I remember that. These are another one of my favorites. It's the Crimson Sprinter from MIgardener. They're excellent slicing tomatoes. They're just basic and they're delicious. This plant struggled all summer, which is not a good representation of it because I have had excellent results from in previous years. It just was not happy this year, and then I broke it by accident and I tried to fix it and it didn't come back. It's a geranium kiss tomato plant, and there's more pink bumblebee. Black cherry, Rosella cherry tomatoes, sunrise bumblebee, and all those seeds came from Baker Creek. These are the honey drop cherry tomatoes from Hudson Valley Seed Company. All right, so we harvested a whole bunch of tomatoes, and that's very exciting for me. That's the most tomatoes I've gotten all summer. There's a lot of green tomatoes still out there. I'm getting a little nervous that I'm not gonna have enough to can up a whole lot of sauce. And I had a ton of plants. I don't know how that's possible, how I just didn't get enough tomatoes, other than I can tell by the leaves, the plants just were not as healthy this year as they have been in previous years, and they all had that same look as some of our bean plants and our fruit trees. It's humid today. The air is just thick and stagnant. I don't know if there were other factors, whether the smoke cover at the beginning of the season and in the air. I mean, at one point we were walking outside and it literally smelled like a campfire for days, and the air outside was just not good. I don't know if that has something to do with it. Our soil conditions, our watering techniques, the fertilizers that we use, it's all the same. We haven't changed anything. We're growing them in most of them in similar conditions, and it's just, I don't know, it's so weird. Let me know if you have experienced that this year too. If you haven't checked out our shorts yet, I show pretty much all the harvests that we've been doing. I make them into 1 minute or less videos, and I've been doing that for 2 years now, and we're so excited to be able to share our garden and hear from other people about their gardens. It's really fun, and I love it so much. So I really appreciate you being here, and that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.